Okay, I'm going to show you now how to make an actual custom brush. As you can see, we have our brush settings out. It's not highlighted because I'm not in the brush. If I click on the brush, it all comes together, but I'm over here right now because I had to put this image in, and it's a gentleman that's running, as you can see right here. If I click my background on the right-hand side, it goes away. You can see that I have a white around it. I want to eliminate the white and then select him. So go ahead. I'm going to use this is just how there's many ways you can do it, but here's how I'm going to select mine, make it quickly and easy for me. So come over here. I'm going to use my magic wand tool. As you can see, it's the magic wand. I'm going to click the white and brown the back. It's a pretty good one here. Just for teaching reasons, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and delete the white. Just hit the delete button. Notice the white goes away. And I'm going to unselect it. So deselect. So it's deselected. Now, let's just pick up the gentleman himself. It's very simple. I just go over to my actual layers. You'll see my actual a thumbnail right here. I hover over my thumbnail, hold the control button. So it's a control button. Notice things are to change. My finger actually has a square around it that's got the marquee on it. I click it and notice my gentleman is actually selected. With that being said, now I'm going to go over really simple, and this is how simple it is. I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to go to Define Brush Preset. Now, when I click this button, it's going to pick up the darks and the lights and everything like this, and it's actually going to paint that way, okay? So let's go ahead and hit Define Brush Preset. And this pops up. As you can see, there's my brush right there, and I'm going to name it Runner. I'll say OK. And notice there's my brush. Now, it doesn't look the same because there's certain things. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the gentleman first. We don't want to see him. I don't need to see the actual selection anymore, so I'll deselect that. Let's go ahead and put my background back on. Now let's pull my brush up. Here we go. And once I click once, boom, there it is. You can see the highlights and the lowlights. And now that we have that done, let's go ahead and put some size. Let's put some shape dynamics on it. Let's give some different sizes. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's make it a little smaller too, though. I mean, there's all kinds of things we can do. Let's make it much smaller. Oh, that's too small. And let's see what this guy looks like running. There's a whole bunch of people running. And go ahead, let's do the same. Let's go with, we'll do angles. No, we want the same angle. Let's do some scattering. Now let's move just a little bit bigger. And notice it's a whole bunch of people running. So that's one of the things you can do. But mind you, just click once, there it is, click once, there it is, click once, there it is. That's how you make your custom brush. And as you can see, it's right down there. Here are a couple of the other ones that I have that I've done. I've done a fish. And notice that's how that is. Let's put a little bit more space in between all these. And it looks like I've got a whole school of fish that are swimming. And that's how that works. But let's go back to one other thing. Say I want just a silhouette. Silhouette's just fine too, and I can do this with anything else. So let's go over here. We got our runner back. Let's select him one more time. Control. We hold that control button over, and I'm going to be over the actual thumbnail. Click it. I selected him. Let's just get rid of him. Let's go onto our background and let's fill this background in. I just need a plain brush, and let's make it large. Let's go brackets right. We're making it huge. We don't need the shaping to transfer, so we just go regular. And I'm going to fill them in. And of course, I'm filling everything I had in. If that's what I want, if I want to get these other spots, I'll have to manipulate my, we'll add to this. And we'll add to this one. Notice I took that away. Because again, remember, we're looking at just the area inside here. That's the active area. And I got rid of those parts. And I can go again, go Edit, Define Brush Preset. And now I have the silhouette of the man. So I can do, runner silhouette. And I'll just put down runner again. Runner, S-H-I. H-I-L, silhouette. Say OK. And then let's go ahead and get rid of this. Control Z, boom, 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 boom. Deselect, select, deselect, and boom, there it is. Now, mind you, the opacity and smoothing, everything, I have to worry about that. But that's how you do it. And if you wanted a dark, dark purple, let's go ahead and put on the build up. Oh, Control Z, let's go over here. Build up, hold it down, See, I get right over that again. And notice I can build it up. And that's how you do it. So there's how you do it. And you can see my two runners back and forth right there. Okay, so that's how you do your custom brush. Now, the last other custom brush I'm going to talk about is something that you want to just make yourself. Say you want a texture that you want to make yourself and you don't want it off of a picture. Very simply done. I'm going to come here with my lasso, and let's say I'm going to make something that's going to be more like triangles like this. And I'm just freehanding this, so it's just that's how it's going to be. And we'll do another one like this. Now, if I go to say Image, Edit, Image Define Pre-Brush, it's going to say, no, I can't do it. Because what's happening is it's looking for what's inside of there. So I have to go ahead and fill those. So let's take my brush again, like I did with the runner. Let's go back to my circle. Fill this one with black this time. So we're going to come over here, we'll use the black. Let's fill it with black. And notice there they are. Let's go. Edit. Define brush. And I'll just say sample brush 4 is fine. Say OK. Let's select deselect. Let's go ahead and Control Z, get rid of all that. Just in there, as you can see, it's 663. There's a little bit of spacing, and I can do brush like this. And I can make whatever brush I want with any kind of texture I want just by drawing shapes and putting them together. So that's all we have for all the brushes that we went over in class for last week. Those are things that we're going to use for our next project. Hopefully these are helpful, and you understand now with a one-on-one video rather than me teaching in class. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care.